Hey there, Roosevelt family. My name's Tyler. This is my wife, Mattea, and our son, Elias Rex. We're students at the Sunset International Bible Institute, and we wanted to express our gratitude to Roosevelt Drive for supporting us in our journey so far at school over the last couple years, and to update you on some of the things that we've been doing while we've been students at the school. So far, we've taken a lot of really helpful courses since we've been at school. Some of the standout ones for us include things like biblical interpretation, showing us how to look at things like theme and purpose and implied and explicit statements in Scripture that help us to identify kind of what the books are about and show us what God's intention is for us in Scripture. Mattia is going to share some classes that have been impactful for her so far.
Yeah, so I've been taking classes alongside Tyler, and we've been taking classes from minor prophets all the way to the Gospels with Matthew, and just doing in-depth studies, which has been really helpful. And also, we've been studying things that are not necessarily talked about, so like marriage, divorce, remarriage, women's roles, and it's been really insightful just to learn about those different things that aren't always talked about. And then also, I'm in the women's track, and some of the things that we do in the women's track is look at practical ministry situations. So things that would come up when you're actually working in ministry and figuring out and navigating those situations, and how best to approach those, which has been really helpful. And then Tyler's going to share a little bit more about classes in Sunset.
Yeah, so some of the other classes that have been really impactful for us is taking courses in Leviticus and Hebrews. It's really helped to redefine the way that we look at Scripture as a whole and some of the hermeneutics that we use to interpret the way that we look at some of these more difficult books. They've really helped us to see God's full plan and really the story from beginning to end as it pertains to his plan of redemption for us. We've also had opportunities to sharpen our skills in preaching and public speaking. I can say for myself, with all the opportunities that I've had to speak in chapel in the morning and during our preaching labs, that it's been very, very helpful in helping us to find our niche in the way that we do things and the way that we practice our skills and how we're going to convey that to others. Mattia's also had opportunities to practice her skills in women's public speaking, so she's going to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so right now Elias is practicing his skills in public speaking. But yeah, no, I've had the opportunity to be in the women's public speaking classes. So I've been learning how to do like topical lessons, exegetical, and learning how to just be in front of a crowd and speak and teach those lessons, which has been really helpful. And I've also had the opportunity to speak in women's chapel. They do a ladies' chapel every Tuesday, and so I had the opportunity to speak. I had the opportunity to speak and help out in those behind the scenes to make sure everything was running smoothly. And then Tyler's going to share a little bit more just to wrap things up with us.
Yeah, so I do want to talk a little bit about the practical experience that we've had also while we've been students. Over this last summer, the school encouraged me to go do an internship with a local church and work with a preacher under an eldership to do sermons and teach classes and really just to gain some practical ministry skills to prepare us for post-graduation. I've also had an opportunity to go on a mission trip to Papalote down in Baja and work with the church down there with VBS and evangelism within the local community so that we can plant churches in the future. We also had an opportunity to work with some construction projects, building housing for the local congregates and also providing hot water to the church building. I also do want to say briefly about my mentor, Eric. He's been a great encouragement to me. I met him about a year ago, and we've been studying every Friday. I really value his knowledge and his friendship, and I think everyone should be seeking a mentor that is older than them. And finally, we just want to say a little bit about our son. He's 10 weeks old as of yesterday. He was born on Thanksgiving, oddly enough, or the day after Thanksgiving, rather. We got to enjoy Thanksgiving with some friends, and we were blessed with a baby boy shortly after. So we thank you so much for the opportunity to give you an update, and we thank you so much for the support that you've given us. We thank you for just being a loving church family, and we can't wait to get to meet you eventually someday. Thank you very much. Bye.